Kamala Harris's Veepstakes are kicking into high gear as a number of her top vice presidential contenders are canceling their weekend plans ahead of a planned Tuesday rally in Philadelphia with Harris and her unnamed running mate. Here are the top contenders. Leading the Veepstakes is Pennsylvania Governor Shapiro. The governor has been seen as a rising star within the Democratic Party going back to his gubernatorial election in 2022. Prior to being governor, Shapiro served as Attorney General. In that office, the governor went head-to-head with former President Trump and his allies over Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in Pennsylvania. A Fox News poll shows Shapiro with a 61% approval rating in the state. Additionally, Pennsylvania is considered a must-win with its 19 electoral college votes, and many Democrats saying Shapiro could boost Democrats' chances of winning the state. But Shapiro has faced criticisms from progressives, particularly over his stances on school vouchers and his response to the Israel-Hamas war. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly's background as a Navy pilot, astronaut, and gun control advocate is seen as a compelling story among Democrats and potentially swing voters. Kelly, like Shapiro, has experience winning multiple statewide elections in his battleground state, which carries 11 electoral votes. The senator has experience reaching across the aisle and has been critical of Democrats' response to the situation on the U.S. southern border. But also like Shapiro, Kelly has received criticism from progressives, particularly over stances on immigration and unions. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is also in the mix, emerging as a top attack dog for Harris in the news media. Beshear has gone after Trump's vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance, calling him a phony and someone who isn't a true Appalachian. Beshear is the Democratic governor of a deep red state, and while he likely wouldn't deliver that state to Democrats as Harris's running mate, he is seen as someone who can appeal to more moderate and conservative-leaning voters. But his critics say he is not as charismatic as some of the other picks, and that his red state status may not bring as much to the table as a pick from the swing state would. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz emerged as a key player in the Veepstakes last week as his name was increasingly floated in the media. Walz has taken part in various media interviews to hit Vance and Trump. He also has a diverse resume as a former veteran, high school teacher, and congressman. But some Democrats worry Walz could be too progressive for the ticket as Harris looks to reach out to voters outside of the Democratic fold. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg has also been floated as a potential pick for Harris's running mate slot. He's also been working the airwaves to tout her as a candidate. Over the past week, Buttigieg has appeared on Fox News, MSNBC, and The Daily Show. The Harris campaign has also been vetting Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker for the role. Pritzker has not been mentioned as much in the media discourse surrounding Veepstakes and isn't giving too many details about the vetting process, but told USA Today that he does not believe any decisions have been made yet. Harris's vice presidential vetting process has moved extraordinarily fast given the condensed timetable she's been under after President Biden dropped out of the race just a few weeks ago. And while Democrats have their preferences among who she should pick for vice president, they say that all of the candidates bring key assets to the table.